Good morning, everyone. This is M4J Watt Replays, and today we have, of course, 3 more games for you here today. The first one is going to be Harriet 1639 driving his T32, which is that one that we are currently watching now. Second, we're going to have DO driving his Batchat 25 AT or 25T AP. And then finally, we will have one of my own replays, but I will wait until we get there for you to see the tank. So first off, we have Harriet 1639 in his T32, and as you can see looking at the minimap, the enemy is all in one position. So he managed to get a few shots off there on that KV4 and bounced a shot from the Type 61. Here comes that Type 61, so he switches to armor piercing, gets a nice 373 shot there. And now he's going to back up, switch to the APCR. The KV4 is going to come out very stupidly there. He takes him out, and now he's going to try to reverse while he's reloading. The IS-6 is coming up behind him, so he does need to be careful. Fortunately, he gets a nice bounce there, gets a shot onto the lower plate. And he's going to back up, and is he going to be able to ram this guy? No, he's not. So he's going to switch to the HE, takes him out, and now he's going to turn his attention back to this Type 61. And the Type 61 is actually the most dangerous target out of the ones he has faced so far. I mean, it being a tier 9 and it having really nice penetration, he needs to be careful. So he gets a shot there, he does take a shot from him, and now he's going to back up and use this IS-6 as a bit of a shield. There is that E75 behind him, so he does need to watch out. He takes a nasty shot from the Type 61, is able to get a shot off onto him, but now he is at less health than this Type 61. So he gets a shot there, he's just going back and forth. Is he going to be able to bounce a shot? The Type 61 actually misses that one, so he's going to go for the track shot, gets a 307 roll, leaving that Type 61 at 100 health. So now he is going to load the APCR, rush forward, and hopefully be able to take him out before he gets away and resets his camo. Comes around the corner, there's that Type 61, he takes him out, and now he can turn around and focus on helping his T44. Fortunately, the T44 does take out that E75 TS, which now brings it down to a 2 versus 2. Harriet, he is at low health, but he's managed to block 1,100 health, or 1,100 damage, and if he had not blocked that amount of damage, he most definitely would have, he most obviously would have been dead by now. But so he and this T44, they're going to stick together, and they're going to push over to the lower left corner on the map. The AT-15 is still at full health, and he's most definitely not AFK, and the P-44 Pantera is most likely over by the waterfall. So they spot the AT-15, but they aren't spotted themselves yet, so they're just going to push across this opening here, and maybe get to that bush by that house where they can just hopefully spot that Pantera. So he's being cautious coming out here, because he knows he's probably going to get spotted by the Pantera before they spot the Pantera. So he's just coming out cautiously, see if he can get any spotting off, and there is nobody to be found. So he's going to push forward to this rock right here, and he spots the AT-15 right over there. So he's going to come out, goes for that shot there. Unfortunately, he does bounce off, and he bounces a shot from the AT-15. And the AT-15 is actually loading the 32-pounder, which is definitely a game changer. If the AT-15 had had the fully upgraded gun, or even just the stock 20-pounder, then he most likely would have been able to clear Harriet 1639, because it does have that superior penetration and accuracy. But so he manages to clear that Pantera there, poked out just a little too far at the waterfall, and there is still that full health AT-15. So now, he's going to back up and get behind this rock and relocate. And driving a T32, it's going to take a couple of minutes for him to do that. So he gets around behind this rock. He is spotted by the AT-15. So he's going to turn here and take a left and go around that rock. And he's very short on time, so hopefully he will be able to clear this AT-15 before that 1 minute runs out. So he's going to come around the corner here. Maybe he can spot the AT-15 up on the ridge, but he is not there. So he's about to back up, but then there he is. He's got the APCR loaded, gets a nice shot there into his side. He's going to back up here and is going to finish reloading before poking out. So he pokes out right here, going for that cupola, gets a nice 325 high roll there. And now he's going to keep the APCR loaded. He's going to go back and forth, trying to bait a shot, comes out, goes for that cupola again. He gets a nice bounce there. And this is really all he's going to do, and just absolutely tear apart this AT-15. Gets another nice shot there on the cupola, so he's going to switch to armor piercing. Hopefully he can roll just about average and be able to take him out. Gets a nice shot there, but unfortunately it didn't quite kill him. There's 8 seconds left on the clock. 7, 6, 5. Is he going to be able to clear him? He loads up the HE, gets up close, and kills him at the last second. So a very good game there from Harriet 1639, 4,600 damage, 5 kills, and a Mastery Class badge. And he also managed to block just short of 1,500 damage. So next up we have D_O driving his Batchat 25 TAP. This is the Tier 9 French light tank, for those of you who did not know. So he's backing out here, sees that K91. He don't know why he had the HE loaded, but he switches over to armor piercing, and he is actually able to get his entire magazine off, putting this K91 down below half-life, and the K91 just did not notice. So he's going to finish reloading here, and hopefully be able to poke back out and maybe get another shot off. He's going to go for that weak spot on the turret. He does take a shot. But K91's doing the right thing, driving back and forth. He gets a nice 388 high roll. He's going to poke back out. Unfortunately, he does bounce that shot. He's going to switch to the APCR, go for that weak spot again, but he bounces again. And as well as taking a second shot from that K91. So that was definitely not the smartest thing you could have done in the Batchat, because that lost him like just around 600 health or so. So now he does need to be cautious. He is a one-shot to the ISU 152, or a two-shot to the Scorpion G. Of course, the ISU uses high explosive, but he comes around behind this Scorpion G, gets a nice HE round in there, takes him out with the other one, damaging himself as well, switches back to the armor piercing, and gets a shot there on that Tiger 2. Now he's going to go around the side. The Tiger 2 misses that shot there, and he is going to ignore him and help his team in taking out this ISU 152. So unfortunately, he does dunk this first shot there. If he hadn't dunked that, then the ISU definitely would have been able to be taken out in this first magazine. But he is able to get 2 rounds into that ISU, and the ISU does take out his IS-8. At the moment, it is a 2 versus 4. This Tiger 2 is trying to push over the hill, but that's not quite able to happen. He's going to ignore the Tiger 2 and go for the ISU, which is definitely the right thing. He takes him out, turns back to this Tiger 2 who missed his shot, gets another high roll off there, manages to take him out with the second shot. Unfortunately for him, his E75 TS is going to be taken out by the IS-3 Defender, leaving him alone against a very healthy Standard B and a very healthy IS-3 Defender. He is going to lose this round, sadly, but it's still a fairly good game in the Batchat 25 TAP. He's going to come around here. He was asking his team for the Standard B's health, and now you have it. Just one magazine away. He does take a nasty 408 shot from the Standard B, and can he get the HE off? No, he can't. He gets taken out just at the last minute. So well played there. Unfortunately, he did lose that, and if he hadn't taken those unnecessary shots from that K91, he might have been able to take out that Standard B, and probably would have been able to survive against that IS-3 Defender if he played it very cautiously. So next up we have, I am driving the Strv M42. It has the completely stock gun, the very short 75mm, but it does have the upgraded turret, so it still has the 15 degrees of gun depression, and I am platooning with just that dude in his AT2. So right off the bat there, managed to get a nice shot into that Stug with armor piercing, but as soon as we switched to the Pramo, we ended up bouncing off of his gun mantlet. So we're going to push up into this bush here, and we're actually not going to leave this hill. We could have, but we had the shots, and because we are going to stay on this hill, we're actually going to manage to hold this flank from pushing too far around. This ELC comes around, we get a nice track shot there onto him. And the Chi-Nu on my team, he's going to be raging a little bit because I never left this position. But again, I didn't leave this position because I had the shots. And if I had left this position, then that'd be like 3 tanks coming around from the flanks and destroying the rest of our team. As you can see already, it's a 3 versus 6. They've got most of their tanks over here. We're gonna turn our attention to this ELC Biss. He makes a big mistake there in just driving away, so we can HEM, get a nice shot there, and there goes the biscuit, putting it down to a 3 versus 5. So we're going to poke up here trying to spot these tanks. There's that Stug 3G, there's the SU-100Y. We load up the heat. Unfortunately, we do miss that shot. So we're going to drive back and forth here, poke up again. Are we going to be able to get shot in the SU? It does not look like we are. So we're going to back down. The Stug 3G is going to be taken out by the WZ. We get a nice shot there on the SU's side. We take a nasty shot there from that scavenger. So now we're going to turn our attention to him because he is a very dangerous target, although we know he's on a reload. So I'm just making sure I can't get shot from the SU-100Y. I'm gonna push forward here, try to bait a shot, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's side scrape a little bit. It's not very likely we're gonna bounce anything, but we can try. So we're sitting here waiting. The scavenger pokes out. He's trying to bait that shot, but we're not gonna bite. Then he pokes out just a little more. We get a nice shot there into him, and we actually bounce a shot from him. So we're gonna come around the corner. We managed to get one more armor-piercing round in. And now we need to back up because there is that Sherman as well. And it is a 2 versus 4. So we're going to poke out with the heat. We get a nice 150 high roll there on that Sherman. And we're going to poke out one more time. Are we going to be able to take him out? Yes, we are. And now it's down to a 2 versus 3. Sadly, my WZ-113 1G FT gets taken out. So I'm going to try to poke up. Maybe I can take out the scavenger before the SU and T1 Heavy come around. Unfortunately, we do bounce that shot there. So we're going to back down, try to give us a little bit of time to reload. We get a nice shot there. He misses. And so now we're going to, we see that T1 Heavy, we bait that shot. We're going to load up the heat, come around the corner, take the scavenger out. And now, unfortunately, we are caught in the middle between the T1 Heavy and the SU-100Y. We load up the heat, get a nice shot there, but unfortunately, trying to drive away, we get stuck on this rock, and the T1 Heavy is able to take us out. But that was the stock Strv M42. Managed to hold off pretty much an entire enemy flank from that area. Sadly, our the tanks in the middle were not able to hold it. But 1,619 damage and 3 kills in a stock Strv is a good game any day of the week. So that is all for today, folks. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. This is M4J Watt Replays, and we are over and out.